Yep. All right, there we go. Right. Peace and blessings and a whole lot of love. God is out there. It's Saturday, so they say. Um, I just wanna. This is just some talk. And I was thinking, as y'all know, I always be thinking. I was just thinking about. I did a video a long time ago with one of the oracle cards. It's talking about you create your own destiny. Some people don't believe in that, and some people don't want to take accountability for the choices that they make in their life, and with everything that with all the choices we make in life, whether good or bad, comes with some form of consequences. So a lot of people don't want to take accountability for the choices that landed a negative consequence, and they're going to blame it on God or the other person or whatever. And I'm just saying, like, for me, there are some things that might be out of control. When you're growing up and you're a child, your parents are responsible for taking care of you. So you may go through some things in life, such as I had to go through. Sometimes we were evicted from my apartment. I had no control over that because I was a child. That was my mother's doing, or not having sufficient amount of food in the refrigerator to eat. Never knowing where we were gonna lay our head at. Never knowing if we were gonna eat. Those was out of our control because we were children. So the choices my mother made affected us. But she was responsible. She had a choice to do or not do. But when you're a child, if someone's taking care of you don't have a choice in that matter. That's different. But when you become an adult, you have choices over a lot of things. The reason why I say you are the co-creator of your life, because okay, let's go with relationships. When a woman gets involved with a man, 9 times out of 10, she got that intuition. There are signs right in front of her face that's telling her whether or not she should give this man a chance. It be because a lot of women have a lack of low self-esteem, a lack of self-love, a lack of respect. They may be desperate for love because they have daddy issues. They choose the wrong mate. Even though the signs are there. And I'm going to speak on myself. Okay? My first husband, who I respect now, because he served his debt to society, he apologized for what he did, and he has become my best friend. And no, we're not together. We live in 2 different states, but we do talk from time to time because we do share 3 kids. I'm going to take him for instance. The first time he hit me was at the age of 16 or 17. My mother said, if he can hit you, he's likely to do it again. Now, I went on and had 3 kids by this man. I went on to marry this man, and he did not hit me throughout the marriage. But he had mood swings. And we did have, I think, like 2 or 3 fights because I fought him back in our marriage. It was not like he gave me busted lips, black eyes, but he emotionally abused me, which I later learned through therapy that's what was going on in my marriage. And I'm talking about before I started working, playing around with the money, nitpicking me because I was sensitive and would make me cry. Wake up with an attitude. That's emotional abuse. And our marriage ended because he did pull out a knife on me and try to harm me because I no longer want to be with him. I didn't want to be with him because I had become afraid of him. And I had a feeling that something traumatic was going to happen to me. And it ended up. But had I listened to my mother and left him alone after the first incident, I would not have experienced that. So that's what I mean. Sometimes the choices that we make, we need to take accountability, because had I walked away at the age of 17, I wouldn't have had to experience that. But I had to learn my lesson. I had to learn that if a man could put his hands on you, he's capable of harming you later on down the line. That's the lesson I learned. So any other relationships after that, the first time that a man would call me out my name or do anything that would make me feel that he's capable of hurting me, I left them alone. And then I go on to the second marriage. Again, oh my gosh. When I got with him, I immediately, right after sleeping with him, I felt that he was a cheater. I told this to him. I did not trust him. But what did I go on and do? Now listen to my intuition. Get involved with him. Have a child by him. Marry him only for him to cheat on me. So those are things that I did not have to experience, but I experienced because I decided to make that choice. You understand? So we have free will. We have a choice to not do. We have a choice to do. And that's why I say we are the co-creator of our life because of the choices we make. When you get involved with someone, you should always take your time. You would never know a person 100%, but you will learn some things about them if your eyes and ears are wide open when you go in to that relationship. And because people are desperate to be loved by someone instead of loving themselves, a lot of women and men get into these situations and then they stay in these situations and don't want to leave because they want to be loved or because they think they can't find no one else. Now, I won't even say I dated anybody else. I would say that I end up in situationships where it was purely sexual. Because I never call nobody my man except for the guy that I'm with now. And so far, it's good. He doesn't exhibit anything that makes me want to run the opposite direction. He's very loving. He's very caring. Um, the one thing I don't like about him is he likes to go back and forth when we have conflict. That's the one thing I don't like about him. But it's not to the point where I got to worry about my life or that he's going to put his hands on me. I'm not worried in that sense. I just think of everything that we go through in life, a lot of it does have to do with our choices. Now let's go to hereditary diseases. I feel like, okay, if you have a specific disease such as high blood pressure, cancer, high cholesterol, anything that runs in your family, and when you find this information, as a person, you should take the necessary steps to reduce your chance of getting that disease, even though it's hereditary, such as watching your weight, such as drinking a lot of water, such as controlling your stress level, such as watching what you eat. We're so conditioned to eat meat, but meat ain't good for you. Smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, indulging in all these things past the limit that you should be drinking, because yes, I drink. I have some Long Island iced tea right here. I don't drink to get drunk, and I don't drink every day. I have a limit of 2 drinks, maybe 3. And then I go sometimes I may stop it. So I can cleanse my body. But I'm talking about indulging in things past moderate, like drinking hardcore liquor every single day. You know that's no good for you. Or not detoxing. So when I say that we are the co-creator of our life, a lot of stuff that goes on in life have to do with the choices we make. Just think about it. You may be in an unhealthy relationship right now. Why are you there? And I'm speaking to the women. Why are you with a man that you cheated with a man that's married? Because you believe all the things he told you. He made you feel comfortable. But yet, he won't divorce his wife to marry you. Then you turn around and have his baby. How you think that child gonna feel when that child grow up? Or why you in a relationship where a man that don't work, laying up in your house, eating your food, your children's food, using your washing machine, using your remote, using your water, using your gas or your electric, not contributing, but he's in your household. Why is he in your household? Because you allow it. So you have to start taking accountability for your life. Some things we don't have control over, and there's some things you do. So the things that you have control over, you got to fix it. You got to learn to not think with your ego, because ego is about self. When you cheat, that's about self. That's about gratification. When you buy all this materialistic thing, that's about the ego. That's about gratification. Why not save some of that money for your children? A lot of people don't have life insurance, have no money saved, so when they child die or they die, you got to go set up a GoMe fund. Life is about choices, and all the choices that we make in life come with some consequences that's either going to benefit us or not benefit us. And those, I have learned a lot of valuable lessons in my life. And that's why I say that the first important thing in life is to love you, is to take care of you. Because when you take care of you and love yourself, you're not going to tolerate it being mistreated by anyone. And I do mean anyone. Whether it's on your job or in your personal life, you're not going to tolerate it. Loving you is taking the necessary steps in life to provide a better life for you. And if you got kids, your kids. But so many people are looking for love outside of themselves. They end up in these unhealthy relationships and suffer some dire consequences. You think sleeping with a married man gonna bring you some good benefits? What you dish out is what you get back. The same way you get a man, the same way you leave a man, the same way you lose him. Now sometimes it may work out, but the majority of the time it doesn't. When these men be cheating on their wife, it's not because they don't love their wife or because their wife is bad. It's because they got issues that they need to work out within themselves. If he cheated on her with you, he gonna cheat on you with somebody else. And I'm gonna tell you this. My husband cheated on me. And the moment I opened that door, he came in. Guess what? He cheated on the side chick with me. But then I kicked him in the curb because I got what I wanted and said, I don't want you. And what did he do? Go run back to the same woman that don't love herself and will put up with that shit. Until he bring a sexually transmitted disease or HIV, it's probably when she'll get rid of him. But I love myself and know that that's not the man for me, because what kind of examples would I be setting for my daughter? Putting up with a man who can't keep his penis in his pants. And then lies so that I never met a person that lies so much and to the point that they actually believe the lies that they are telling. So yes, you are the creator of your life. Like I said, some things we have no control over, and some things you do. You worry about the things that you have control over, such as where you working at. Because if you're unhappy, you can always leave that job and go find somewhere else to work. The relationships you are in, the money that you make. If you're making $7.25 an hour, then go back to school to get that degree, so you can make money. A lot of people going to say that you don't need a degree to get a better job, but in my experience, I was in early childhood education for 23 years. My son is 24. 23 years. Although I was working in that field for at least 17 years with an associate's degree and another in office administration. It wasn't until I went back and went back to school and got my bachelor's that I was able to negotiate and get more pay. Even though I had the experience, so that degree means something to some companies. Now I'm in the process of saving money so I can open up my own center. Life is what you make it. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. Goddess Hadia. Feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel.